Hello students. So in this video I will tell you how to solve questions to be specific numericals that are based on the Chargaff rule. And I hope that all of you might be aware of this fact that based on Chargaff rule, it is the rule, it talks about the base pairing in DNA. Base pairing of or in basically in the DNA molecule. So if we can summarize what he was trying to say, we'll understand that the amount of the adenine, we all know that A, T, C, G, these are the four nitrogenous base in the DNA. We don't have uracil here. So A, T, C, G, out of that, you have to understand that the amount of adenine is going to be equal to the amount of thymine, and the amount of cytosine is going to be equal to the amount of guanine. And why it is? Because you have to understand that well, again, you might be knowing about these. Adenine is going to have hydrogen base pairing with the thymine, two hydrogen base pair, and the cytosine base pairs with that of the guanine with a three hydrogen base pairing. So here A is going to pair with T and C is going to pair with G. So we all know that it is going to be a DNA double strand, and if you talk about double strand, the amount of adenine must be equal to the amount of thymine, and similarly the amount of cytosine must be equal to the amount of guanine we are talking about. So similarly, based on that, we can deduce that the amount or the ratio, if you take off the A plus G to the C plus C plus T or T plus C, is going to be always equal to 1. And if we know these, that A equals T and C equals G, and this particular A plus G by T plus C equal to 1, we can solve all the questions of your standard class 12 standard which are based on the Chargaff rule or Chargaff law. So now we will try to understand this. We'll try to solve three different type of questions on this particular concept. So let's go one by one. So I'm going to first read the question, then we'll write it down. So a segment of DNA has a total of 1500 nucleotides. So let's say example, let's talk about one, and there's a DNA is having 1500 nucleotides, okay, and out of which 400 are guanine containing nucleotides. So they have given the amount of guanine. So guanine contains how much? It is going to be 400 out of that 1500. So they're asking what how many numbers of pyrimidine number they are asking. So first you have to again go for the same process here. So total number of nucleotides given, the G value, guanine value is given, that is 400 out of this. Now we have to find pyrimidine base. So pyrimidine base means you have to understand that pyrimidine is equal to cytosine and thymine, the amount of cytosine plus thymine in this particular case DNA. Now you have to find the value of C and also the value of T to find the value of pyrimidine base here. So based on this fact here, you can see here that guanine is equal to cytosine. So here guanine is equal to cytosine, that is going to be 400. So cytosine is also going to be 400. Why? Based on the base pairing rule, Chargaff rule, we already know that. So if we see this now, C plus G, right, equals to 400 plus 400, 400 plus 400, that is going to be 800. Okay, now when you're going to have the value 800 here for the C plus G, so from here we can deduce the value of, or we can derive the value of the A plus T. So to find this value, very simple, what you have to do is you have to remove the C plus G from A plus T value. That is from 1500 minus this value of 800. So that is going to give rise to 700. So A plus T is going to be 700, adenine and thymine together. So from here we can find, because again you have to know that A is equal to T. Whatever the value of A, that is going to be the value of T. So from here we can understand the value of A equals to T, A and T, that is going to be 700 by 2. That is going to be 350. So we now know the value of the C 400 and the value of T 350. So now simply to find the value of pyrimidine bases, number of pyrimidine base, you have to add these two. That is going to be C is going to be 400 and T is going to be 350. So that is going to be giving a value of 750. So your pyrimidine base, the number of pyrimidine base in this particular DNA sequence is simply 750. So very simple. First we find out the value of C, because G is equal to C 400. Then we find the value of C plus G equal to 800, and we are reducing this value or removing this value from the total number of nucleotides to find the value of A plus T. Because the point of doing this is the 1500 equals to what? It is going to be equal to A plus T plus C plus G. So once we get that, A plus T is 700. So we all know that A is going to base pair with T, right? The value is going to be same. So we are getting 350 and we are adding these two. So that's gives us the value of 750 bases is going to be pyrimidine. So now we'll go to the second question and we'll try to understand. Okay, students. So let us go the second example. So here a segment of DNA is having a total of 2000 nucleotides. So here DNA is going to have 2000 nucleotides. That is, it is going to be all A plus T plus C plus G. So now they have given that out of this, the 520 are going to be 89 bases. So the value of A is given, which is going to be 520. So they're asking how many purine bases does this segment possess. So they're asking what? They're asking purine. Okay, purine they're asking. So we all know purine is going to be adenine plus guanine. Okay, so to find the value of A and then the value of G to actually identify the amount of purine bases in this. So A value is already given, that is going to be 520. So you have to find the value of G to actually get the answer here. So again, going by the concept here, so A equals to T, that equals to 520. So in other words, A plus T, if we do it, it is going to be 520 plus 520. So that is going to be, I'm sorry, that is going to be 1040. Okay, so the A plus T value is going to be 1040. So now we all know that C is going to be equals to G from this particular part. So now if we can find the value of C and G, how do you find that? So very simple, whatever value I've got for A plus T, we have to remove that from the total number of nucleotides. So now what we will do is, let us remove that, the C plus G now. We have found A plus A and T value. So C plus G now is equal to 2000 minus A plus T. Okay, so A plus T is how much? So this is going to be 2000 minus 1040. So that is going to be 960 if I'm right. 960. So C plus G is equal to 960. That means C equals to G, that we all know. That is going to be exactly half of this. So C equals to G, that is 960 by 2. So this value of 480. So that is going to be C and G. Number of cytosine and guanine is going to be 480 bases. Now, if you remember, we have to find the number of purine. So here we already had the value of A, because purine is consisting of adenine and guanine. So we had the value of A as per the question, 520. Now we got the value of G, that is going to be 480. So from here we get the value to be 1000, and that is 1000 purine bases. That's the answer. Very simple, same process you have done, and we are using the same basic formula of base pairing. A equals T, because A is going to double hydrogen base pair with thymine, and C equals to G. The concentration of C equals to concentration of G, or number of nucleotides of C and G is going to be equal, because C triple hydrogen bonds with guanine. So based on that only we are saying all of these we have been solving. I hope you are clear with this. So now we'll go to another type of question, little bit different than this, and again you'll be clear on the third one also. Okay students, so I'm coming to the third example here. So here, slightly different question. A double-stranded DNA has 20% cytosine. So here cytosine value is given. So that is going to be 20%. Here we don't have the number, rather we have the percentage. So 20% is cytosine. Calculate the percentage of adenine in the DNA. So 89% has to be found. So here, very simple, again we'll take this as the starting. So here cytosine percentage is going to be equal to the guanine percentage, that is going to be 20%. So we all know that it is going to be A plus T, we have solved from Chargaff law, is equal to C plus G. So here if you want to find the percentage of A plus T first, so that here the total is how much? C plus G. So that is going to be 100 minus C plus G. And if you put that, C and G is equal to 20, 20 each. So that is going to be 100 minus, total is going to be 40%. So here A plus T is going to be 60%. And now we have to find the value of the adenine, right? So when we say adenine, it is going to be again half of this A plus T value. So the adenine is going to be, the adenine percentage is going to be 60% by 2, that is going to be 30%. Okay, so the amount of adenine here in this particular scenario with the 20% of cytosine in a DNA segment is going to be 30% adenine. So that is how you solve again a simple question based on Chargaff law. Very easy. Again I would say you need to know this part. A equals to T, C equals to T. Very simple, very easily you can solve any kinds of numerical you are asked in the board examination. And trust me, they will give you like 1 mark or sometimes 2 or 3 mark question also. And at least the numerical part, they will have 2 marks allocated for that in a 3 mark question. So if you understand this simple way of solving, 3 examples you have solved, 1 we have tried to solve based on the number, 2 we have tried to solve based on the numbers, and 1 on the percentage. So that is how you are going to solve the Chargaff law. Any problem, any doubt in this, please put on the comment part.